Eating different types of food in your game of Dinkum can drastically change the outcome of a fight or of how much items you can collect within a day. There's quite a few items to go through, so let's quickly jump into it. We're going to explain which are the best foods for different types of buff. We're going to go from the lowest rated one to the highest rated one to show you which is your best options and what you should go with next. The first buff we're going to go through with is going to be the speed buff. From lowest to highest, we rate them fairy bread, condom jam, banana jam, lime jam, apple jam, quiche, sausage roll, roasted coffee beans, lamington, pavlova, and coffee. Coffee being the top tier 1 with 5 minutes of a tier 3 buff to speed. But coffee being an endgame item can be quite hard to get. So we have an alternative one which would be a second best if coffee's too hard for you to find.
And the people's choice for best recipe for movement speed goes to the sausage roll. Sausage roll is a great all-round consumable you can craft with a simple recipe only requiring flour, chicken eggs, meat, and onion. Onion can be planted anytime between summer and spring, so make sure you stock up while you can.
The next one we're going to go through is the defense debuff. From lowest to highest, cooked freshwater fish, meat on a stick, garden salad, fruit salad, bread, hearty stew, lamington, sausage roll, prime roast, and mighty spread. Mighty spread giving you a 20-minute tier 3 buff. Again, this is such a late item game and really hard to find the mighty seed within the deep mines, so you can't always use this, and we have a different player's choice for you to use instead.
And the people's choice for the best recipe for attack buff goes to the sausage roll again. Sausage roll is just a great all-round cooking recipe that's easy to craft and gives you those sweet bonuses.
The next buff we're going to go with is the hunting buff, which will give you extra attack damage. In lowest to highest, it's cooked saltwater fish, hearty stew, meat pie, sausage roll, prime roast, and a mighty spread. Mighty spread giving you a 20-minute tier 3 buff, which again is absolutely insane. You could take 2 of these into the undergrove mines and last a full day just about and not have to worry about any extra boosting. Mighty spread being an N tier item will actually have a player's alternative for you.
And the people's choice for best defense once again goes to the sausage roll. Sausage roll is hitting it out of the park. It is a great all-rounder. Make sure you stock up on those onions while you can and craft as many as possible.
If you found this video helpful so far, make sure you subscribe to the channel so we can show you more videos of how to improve your Dinkum game and make you the best Dinkum player that you can be. The next buff we're going to talk about is the mining and logging buff. Now I'm going to combine them together. However, the fruit salad and the damper only does one or the other, but we've included them into this category as it seems that most food will do a double dip on both buffs. The fruit salad is the lowest, with damper followed next, wattled tea, lamington, pasty, quiche, and then a wattled brew. The wattled brew is our top tier 1 because it does 10 minutes of a tier 2 mining and 10 minutes of a tier 2 logging buff. Being this is the top tier and it's quite easy to make, this is just our player's choice and the top one altogether. The next one we're going to do is the health regeneration buff. The lowest is going to be cooked grub meat, cooked meat, apple jam, condom jam, bottle brush tea, mighty spread, garden salad, and bottle brush brew. Now the bottle brush brew is going to beat the mighty spread for a couple different reasons. It has a 4-minute tier 2 buff, which is going to be giving you a lot of health over a long period of time. The mighty spread only does 60 seconds at tier 3. A short amount of time doesn't quite add up to a 4-minute tier 2 buff rather than a tier 3 1-minute buff. So our player's choice award and the top tier 1 is going to be the bottle brush for its long-lasting health regeneration. The next buff we're looking into is the stamina regeneration buff. Lowest being cooked meat, then cooked grub meat, cooked drumstick, meat on a stick, lime jam, banana jam, and coffee. Again, coffee being a 5-minute tier 2 regeneration buff. However, we do have a player's choice award as an alternative to this coffee being a late tier item.
And the people's choice for energy goes to the banana jam. This is a new recipe you might have been sleeping on. You should definitely start crafting it for that extra boost of energy no matter what you're doing.
A short but notable category of buffs is going to be the fishing buff, being the jelly brew at the lowest one and the fish and chips at the top tier 1, which gives you a tier 3 of 20 minutes. The last buff we're talking about is the experience buff. Again, this was a very short category as there's only the jelly brew at 4 minutes at a tier 1 buff and the pavlova for 10 minutes at a tier 2 buff, which makes it the winner. And it's also a quite easy recipe to make. Using these really boosts your XP with any activities that you're doing, and it can launch you into the late tier end items as soon as possible if you're struggling with them. If you are struggling to understand which buffs are better and why, make sure you check out this video here, which explains why the buffs are such a powerful tool and how you've been using them wrong all this time.